Hello and welcome back to the Silver Flamingo. Happy Halloween. We're actually close to where I grew up today, which is kind of nice. I got in a little late last night. Just wanted to go get some groceries and have a little campfire cookout. Made a nice ribeye on my lodge cast irons, which I haven't done yet this trip, so I figured it would be fitting. I am at Sycamore Canyon, also known as Point Magoo in Malibu, California. It's a beautiful park. It's one of three state beaches that you can camp at. This is the only one that could accommodate a rig my size. Unfortunately, this part of Point Magoo is not on the beach, but there is a Point Magoo state beach that doesn't have camping, just across the highway, Pacific Coast Highway, where you can be waterfront. I used to go there with my grandfather as a kid. You also have Thornhill Broom, which can only accommodate rigs up to 31 feet, and Leo Carrillo, which I checked out. They'll take bigger, kind of in between size rigs, and if you can get a fifth wheel in there, they'll let you do it. But I kind of went through the park and realized I couldn't. I didn't think I could. But either way, here's Sycamore Canyon at Point Magoo. I did have to unhook to get in, so that's my spot. Neighbors' campgrounds. Park's actually pretty empty. They said it's going to fill up later. I'm going to see if I can get a second night here, so I can go visit family. So that's where I cooked my steak last night. Just like the other park I was at, my secret spot. They have these little, I guess you call it like a burn barrel. So you can have firewood in there as long as it's not high fire risk. There are a lot of mountain lions in this area, like more so than is where I was in Idaho, which was remote. So if you do go hiking, or you are camped out, like this is right behind my camp, just be cautious of the big cats. There's about 90 of them, and due to the fires that happened, the Palisades fire last year and some of the other fires, it's pushed some of the big cats into different territories. And when you have two alpha males butting heads, the tomcat's gonna get the domain up there in the beautiful hills, and the lesser cat's gonna have to relocate. So they relocate into campgrounds, unfortunately, but it is their home too. So just be mindful. There is a lot of wildlife here. This is the Santa Monica Mountains. You're gonna run into everything from mountain lions to bobcats, coyotes galore, occasional pesky raccoon, and a ton of white sharks in the ocean. Other than that, oh, and don't forget the rattlesnakes. Beautiful though. I can hear the waves crashing in the distance just across the highway. Here's the ranger station. Our park rangers. Right out there is Pacific Coast Highway. That's where you come in. You can get big travel trailers, fifth wheels, and RVs in here, which is nice. There's a park ranger down there on the end. A couple of them. It's been years since I've been here, and we usually, Papa and I'd hike Bonzel Canyon the most. And I used to like to hike the Latigo Backbone Trail until the fires went from Will Rogers all the way across the Santa Monica Mountains to this park. So I'm on one end of the mountain range. The other end of the mountain range is over in Santa Monica, and I kind of grew up in the middle of the mountain range. So this is my home. There are trail systems here. Just saw this little shack with a mural. There's one of our California mountain lions. Out in the woods, they are beautiful, majestic creatures. Not sure what this is. Beautiful park. Beautiful mountains. I've left this area more times than I can count. I always seem to come home. So we have another day or two on the road. I'm only a few hours from my final destination for this leg, which is Oceanside, California. And then once I get to Oceanside, I'll be there for a month at Paradise by the Sea, an RV resort. I'll update you guys when I get down there on what I think of it. And then from there, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I might stay there for 90 days. I think that's the max stay. And then I gotta go across the street or do something. I've always liked San Diego. I've always wanted to live there. So I'm gonna go live in North County for a bit, see how I like it. If I find work down there, I'll stay there for winter. If not, I can move back up this way. And there's the San Fernando Valley's just over this mountain range, and there's a lot of car dealerships. I'm pretty sure I can get a job. There's the ocean. Walk up here just so we're not invading people's privacy. I will say the rangers and law enforcement in general in California are pretty friendly and nice. Not always the case in some other states I've been. And there's the ocean. Woo! Beautiful. So I take it back, there is coastal access. You could walk down. It's kind of sketchy to walk down this ravine, but you could do it depending if the tide was low. But there's Pacific Coast Highway. And there is the actual Point Mugu State Beach is right over there. So if you're just day tripping, you go right in over there across the highway, pull in. And there's pristine California beach right there. There is Thornhill Broom where you can camp out if you're in like a Sprinter van, which is what I'd recommend. Right down this direction, going towards Ventura and Oxnard. On the ocean facing side, there is beautiful, pristine beach camping. And then if you go down this direction, further into Malibu, a couple miles down the road, you have Leo Carrillo State Beach. That you will not have beach views when you camp like you will at Thornhill, but you do have access to go underneath and go to the beach. And that Leo Carrillo is one of the coolest beaches in all of California. That and Crystal Cove. And my secret spot from the other night, I'd say those are like the top three if you're going through California. But this right here, this is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spot. Mountains in the background. Pristine California Wildlife Preserve in the Santa Monica Mountain Range. And then pristine beaches right there. For the surfers out there that haven't been here, if you go just a few miles in this direction, so this is twisty 2-lane and it opens up to kind of straight. There's a little diner that's been in a lot of movies like Point Break. It's been in other movies. I can't think of them all right now. Fast and the Furious, it was in one of those. But there's a little diner called Neptune's Net. And it's just a few miles down this direction on Pacific Coast Highway. There is a gnarly surf break. It is somewhat territorial, so be respectful. But there is a nice surf break that's one of my home breaks. It's called County Line. Sets on a mellow day or need a chest high, and when it's firing, it's double overhead. So it's a cool beach. This whole area is just really neat. Lots of hiking trails, lots of camping. World-class surf. We used to be able to ride dirt bikes in the hills. You can't do that anymore, but if you do have a sport bike, they're world-class riding all throughout these canyon systems. The world-famous Rock Store, the old place, they're just a few miles from here. So this is definitely, it's good to be home. So I'll update you further on my journeys. Until then, I'm going to sign out. Please smash the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next time at the Silver Flamingo.